And welcome back, another day, another read. So let's get straight to it. I'm redoing this video because the first one got stopped mid-conversation. So I'm just like, this message was so good that I'm not going to let it pass me by. So I already pulled a few cards out. And I'll read them to you. How will you know how beautiful your wings are if you never give them space to grow? That's saying, why the hell are you holding back? And why the hell are you keeping yourself small and dimming yourself down when you were blessed with so much more? You were given these tools and these resources, these gifts by source and the divine, by your ancestors, so that way you can persevere, so that way you can explore the world, so that way you can see greater heights. How are you going to see that if you don't even trust your wings? And Spirit's like saying, like, you gotta have faith in this. Like, you gotta have faith that you have wings. And birds have been very significant here for me. Like, very significant. So it's just having that trust in the divine. And there was like a video in one of my other YouTube videos that I talked about, trusting in the movements and how Spirit is guiding you slowly but surely. Right now it may feel chaotic. Maybe you don't have an idea. Maybe you don't have a clear set vision as to how you want your future to look like. But Spirit's like saying, like, trust in the process. Don't get too fixated on a set goal, because life itself is going to like take you where you're meant to be at. And what Spirit's like saying, hold faith that when life and Spirit redirect you, it's for your highest good. Trust it. Really trust it. And the next one is like, when one star burns out, a brighter star will come. It's your universe rearranging itself, and it's better. The reason why they're saying that is if you're experiencing an ending, a death or rebirth, or, a sudden, like, it's major on having to do, like, closing out cycles, endings, people leaving your life, things changing up on you. It's not for the worst. It's actually for the best for you. Right now, you're catastrophizing things and seeing things, like, in a worst way ever, but it's actually bringing in a blessing, a new beginning for you, and space for you to have something new to experience. Because how are you going to have something new in your life if you're still holding on to the old? And it's all having to do with, like, you are growing and evolving as an individual. And you need to trust in the fact that right now, even though you're in the void, even though you don't have a set direction, or even if it seems scary, being in the darkness, to really trust yourself, to know that Spirit is going to, like, protect you, and that you were gifted with these blessings. There is incoming news. Like, there's a new beginning that you're stepping into. I'm seeing doorbells being very significant here. So there could be someone, a new opportunity, a new reality, a new paradigm that's just stepping in. And I'm seeing with this, there's a lot of justice that's going to happen here. I'm seeing 11s being very significant. So I guess that is November. Oh, wait. Yeah. Yeah, November being very significant. Also, 11th of the month, you might be at life path 11, but I'm seeing like the scales are balancing themselves out. And right now, that's why you've been experiencing a lot of chaos, a lot of turbulence, a little bit of a rainy season for you, but it's not for the worse. It's actually for the better. It's actually a blessing in disguise, but you're not able to see it right now because you're still attached to this old identity of yours that is making you think small. And Spirit's like reminding you, like, hey, you got wings. Like, come on, get with the program. Like, we did not just give you these wings for no reason. Like, trust it. Birds are very significant as well in this reading. And what Spirit's like saying, truth will always restore balance. So the scales are tipping because the truth of a lot of things are coming to like an equal give and take balance here. This incoming news is going to show you the truth of, like, how you've been living your life, how you've been perceiving things, where your programming has been at, and how it's been operating, and actually, there's just a way of saying it. It's like when you have a set mentality or a set way of thinking, like how it's like been coursing you in a certain direction, but the moment that you shift your mind, it shifts you to a different direction. That's what I'm trying to like let you know. It's just a lot having to do with, like, these truths like revealing themselves to you. It's helping you heal because you are in a period of healing yourself. You're healing a lot of wounds, and a lot of wounds having to do with you dimming your light, making yourself, small, or not trusting yourself, or trusting in the fact that you're meant for better and greater things. And just not letting that logical mindset really get in the way of that, because your logical mind is saying like, oh, that, you gotta do X, Y, and Z, and then, but Spirit's like, you can cut that crap and trust in the process. Because as you're healing these wounds, you're you're literally stepping into your winning season. I'm letting you know right now, this healing period right now is just chaotic. It might feel burdensome. Sometimes you might feel shame, embarrassed, or like you just want to, dive yourself into a hole and just be like, I don't ever want to show my face. But it's like, you're going through this process so that way you can have better acceptance of yourself, your journey, who you are as a person, and to fall back in love with you and the universe. Because once again, you are one with the universe. So you have to love yourself in order to see beautiful things outside of you. And right now it's seeming a little bit stormy because you're having that conflict going on within your own self. But that's not to say that divine is like letting you know like, hey, things are actually going to work in your favor. Just keep having faith and trust in the process. Right now it may feel impossible, but it's all actually unfolding in its divine course. Because there is good things coming. Like I said, wedding season. Let's see. Another significant thing could be cracked screens. You might have cracked windows, mirrors. And by that I mean you might have a warped perception of looking at yourself. Or warped belief systems that are not helping you see yourself clearly as an individual. Letting you know. Okay. I'm seeing legal matters being significant here as well. Okay. There's incoming truth in regards to legal matters. My leg is itchy. So you might be dealing with the case right now. I don't know. It's interesting. That's very interesting. Anyways, Spirit's like saying like, there's incoming truth in regards to a legal matter. Something with the laws. I'm not sure if you got something going on. But to really just focus on your body, your soul, your spirit, and have a new diet, a new way of, digesting things, taking things in. I'm hearing like you're stepping into a new paradigm. Okay? Because I'm fucking right. Integrating your new self. You're integrating your new self. I'm telling you, this healing it's been havoc. All right? It has not been pleasant. And it has costed you some sleepless nights, has costed you your peace of mind, has costed you, a few friendships and relationships. But, at the end of the day, it's just part of the journey. And it's a better way of like learning from experiences and from others to see different versions of you and how you operate. So that way you know what you do want and what you do not want. I'm seeing the initial C, L, and U being very significant. I'm seeing 3s as well. So inner child. And a lot having to do with self-expression. So this new integration of your new self is helping you express yourself. You're learning how to use your voice, your creativity, art, play. Just tapping into that inner child like that has been suppressing them down. And that is another factor here that's like, hey, yo, you got these wings, you have this creativity, you're given these gifts, take advantage of it. Yeah, because you got a lot of projections done onto you. There was a lot of projections being thrown at you. I don't know why, but I keep hearing like they would call you, you're a piece of shit, you're untalented, you're ugly, you're stupid, any of that stuff. That was all false. That was their own insecurities being projected onto you. So, just letting you know that it had nothing to do with you and more having to do with them when it came to that stuff. Oh, yeah. Seeing Black Swan opportunity being very significant here, and a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, if you never heard of the term. What about this? Ha! Green eyes. Green eyes are very significant here. You might have green eyes, or another individual might have green eyes. Yeah, there's projections having to go on with this. And Divine's just letting you know, regardless of what this was, drink water and hydrate yourself. So nurture yourself. Like right now, you should be poured into yourself. F it with anything else. Yes, because Spirit, what really Spirit wants you to do right now is to like release control and allow yourself to surrender. And in my last video that I literally did was surrender to the Divine Feminine. Your Divine Feminine is going to let you attract a lot of beautiful things, but you have to be in it. Being so heavily dependent on your Divine Masculine is like, yeah, that's great when it comes to like solidifying things. But if you're a Divine Feminine, be in your Divine Feminine energy. Because she knows how to unlock the codes. Hello? And either way, it's like, Spirit's like saying like, control is an illusion. Control is just a fucking illusion. Let it go. Whatever you're holding on to, let it fucking go. It is what it is. It has happened. You can't control things outside of you. The only thing you can actually control is yourself and how you react to it and how you let it impact you. Point blank period. Anyways, this goes back into the fact that you are in that void. You don't know where you're going. Trust in the fact that you are going to catch yourself. You got the wings. You're not a victim. You're not helpless. You were given these gifts. You are God consciousness. Like, you literally have the gifts of God. So why not fucking use them? Temperance. You are the balance between spirit and matter. Hello? Hello? But what Divine's also saying, like, there has to be, like, a balance here. Like, heavy on the scales. And I'm seeing 14s being very big here as well. You might be born on the 14th. Or you might know somebody that's born on the 14th. But there's just, like, this balance between, like, you have to have, like, a balance between spiritual matters and the physical realm. It goes hand in hand. You can't have one thing without the other. With or without. In with it. In and without. I know this has to do with the Hermetic principles and something like that. For some reason, I get the Hermetics, like, in my head. But there's, like, a balance. And that's what Spirit like saying, like, you got to let go of this control because it's an equal give and take. Yes, because you're stepping into a new reality where there's going to be balance of both. There was a disimbalance that was going on here. Yeah! And what Chariot is saying is, like, move forward with purpose. Your will lead the way. So it's heavy on having to have that integrity, that willpower, aka your solar plexus, to push forward and persevere into this new chapter. It's not going to be easy because you're holding on to the reins. You're holding on to the reins. You're being given that right to hold on to the reins and direct it. But you have to have that strength to maneuver it. But I'm seeing 7s being very significant, so a lot of luck. Like, there's going to be a lot of luck moving forward for you in this new life. You are not someone to be played with. I'll be honest with you. You're not someone to be played with. Like, you know things, and sometimes like you might doubt it or you might like question it, but it's like Spirit's like, stop playing small. You know damn well you're one of the big dogs here. Come on. Yes, because there is just so much intimidation, or you feel intimidated, or you were just scared of your own power. And I said it in the last video that I recorded before like it ended, but it's like, bro, you have so much fucking power. And you make yourself to be like this. You really get so convinced in your mind because of like the people that are like small-minded around you, or the way that you were programmed and raised in, like, to think small and not outside the box, not think any bigger. But it's like, I know it's intimidating, but you already know that you have the same power, the same gifts to do it. If they can do it, you can do it. Again, if they can do it, you can do it. And I'm not talking about the small-minded people. I'm talking about the big dogs. People with big goals, big ambitions, big dreams, big aspirations. And even if you're not dreaming that big, you know, that vision of yours that you want for your life, for your future, it is there for a reason. That desire did not just at a random just so happen to appear. Like, it happened for a fucking reason. You're meant for better and greater things. And it might feel scary. But that's what Spirit's like reminding you. You got the wings. Like, really trust in the fact that they're going to guide you and redirect you if it's not meant to be. It's scary, but you got this. This is not your first time ever. Like, this is not the first time around in your rodeo. Like, come on. You know what I'm talking about. Yes, because you've been carrying fucking burdens. And it's scary because these burdens feel like they're weighing you down. And like I said, like the logical mindset of yours is just getting in the way. And it's making you think like, oh, maybe I'm not ready. Maybe I'm not prepared. Maybe like this person was right about me. Maybe that person was right about me. Maybe the situation is like not right for me right now. No, you getting in your head is really like gotta get in the way. I saw like a post having to do with like, are you like, stop watching other people live their life and start living your own. So this is the part where it's like, bro, everybody has a burden. Everybody has responsibilities. But are you going to let that be the main factor of your life to stop you from living and growing as a person? Or are you actually going to persevere and move past it? Yes, because it's been making you fucking restless. You've been carrying too much shit that's not even yours to carry. And some of this stuff are like thoughts and energy that it's not even yours to begin with, but you're identifying with it and mistaking it that is as if it's your own. Because you already have gone past the point of like, I've done this myself. I can figure this shit out. I've done it more than once. What is there to be scared of? Like, I'm going to be good regardless. But it's like that fear mentality and the scarcity mentality that just, tries to trap you in these illusions. And that's why Spirit's like saying, like, there is a timeline shift happening here. You recognizing this is going to help you shift. Because you're recognizing, like, oh, it's just the pain body. It's the programming. It's the system trying to keep me trapped. But I know better now because the truths have been revealed to me. So I'm going to do better now. Yep. And I know shame is going to try to creep up on you. You're going to feel guilty that you're shifting into a different paradigm. But that shame is not yours to carry. That shame is just, an old version of you that, carried on a specific emotion of guilt for somebody else. Or there was just something that within you that just didn't get processed through all the way through. Shame is here to teach you a lot of, lessons. I'll say that, but it's not to hold you back. It's to learn from it and expand from it. It's reminding me of, that freaking chart. I wish I had the book right now. Yeah. So the shame that you felt, that you've been carrying for quite some time, or even experiencing as of lately, regardless of what timeline you're in right now as you're watching me, you're moving on from this. Every time, I'm, pulling out a card, I keep looking at timeline shift. You're moving on from this paradigm, from this reality, from these emotions, so that way you can step into your greatest highest self. Yeah, because there's a resolution coming in. Something's being resolved. Something is being resolved. I don't know why, but I thought about certain songs. I don't remember specifically the name of the song, but I think it's a rock song. Someone, the way you move. Something. I'll try and find it later down the line. But heavy on resolution, so there's something being revolved here. Okay. So, I don't know what the fuck happened, but something happened here. Hidden conversations are coming to the light. And I can just literally tell the tipping of the scales is that. It's part of one of those reasons. But literally, as I pulled hidden conversations, there's a good outcome coming in. So best believe. Good things are coming your way. Okay? I'm going to end the reading on this note. And I'm going to let you take it in and let it out the window if it did not resonate. Do not force it if it did not. But you got this. I have faith in you. I know it's not easy. It's easier said than done. But just know that whenever you find this video, just know Spirit's just asking you to trust yourself. Stop holding on to control. Stop holding on to that fear. Stop holding on to these illusions of yourself. And maybe right now you're not having like, what are you talking about, Dulce? And it's like, listen, in the moment, as you're going through the motions, you're not able to see it crispy clear because you're in it. But whenever you zoom out, you'll be able to see the whole picture for what it has been. And so I want you to take that time to zoom out and be like, oh, so I've been behaving and thinking and feeling this way. And this is why I've been manifesting and attracting these kind of circumstances. 2020 was on my freaking like time. But reminder, you got this. You have the strength. You have the will. You have the courage. And you have just that boss ass energy. And it's going to take time because you're still acclimating yourself.